Every girl you date will eventually end up leaving you or cheating on you unless she does this. Unless she buys in to your frame, okay? If the girl never buys into your frame, if she does not become a part of your reality, guess what? She's going to live outside of your reality. And usually when a girl does that, she views you as low value, as a chump, as somebody that is not worth being with her. Okay, so it is very, very critical that every girl you date buys into your frame. Okay, she must buy into who you are. She must buy into your reality so much that she wants to become a part of your reality. She wants to become a part of your world because it is that badass. She wants to join your lifestyle, your crew. She wants to be a part of that. Because so long as she doesn't, she's going to live outside of it. She's always going to do her own thing. She's constantly going to look to replace you, as I've said in other coaching videos, right? Most women you date will constantly try to replace you. This is what happens when she does not buy into who you are. Okay, the reality that you are living in, the frame that you have set for your relationship together, whether it be casual or anything more serious than that, LTR, marriage, especially marriage, right? You have to set the right frame where the girl buys into that. She becomes a part of it. She is reacting to you. You're not reacting to her. She is experiencing you. You are not experiencing her. You know, she's adopting your little mannerisms, your little quirks, your sense of humor. So you kind of like mimic girls sometimes like I do, like, oh, hey, hi. And then she starts doing it too. That's a great sign. It means she's adhering to your values. She's mimicking your behaviors. That means she's buying into your reality. She's buying into your frame. She wants to become a part of that because she finds it high value. Right? But if she's not, and she's like, why do you do that stupid voice? It makes you sound gay. You know, it's so stupid. It's chump. You know, she's not buying into it. And then that's the point where, you know, this chick will live outside of your reality because she thinks she's better than you, and she thinks she can do better than you. And then guess what? She will go out there and she will try to replace you. Okay? What have I told you about getting into anything with any chick? You must go into every single relationship feeling and knowing that you are better than her. Okay? You must know that you're better than her. And she must know that too. That, you know what? You're better than her. Will she ever blatantly say that and admit that? 99% of the time, no. She's not going to be like, hey, you know what? You're just better than me. She's not going to verbalize it like that. But it will show in her behaviors. Because why? She will mimic your behaviors. She will mimic your sense of humor. She will synchronize her brain to yours. She will adopt your values. She will accept your values as her own. She will buy into your reality. Okay? She will believe in your frame because it's that strong. The problem is a lot of guys don't present that strong frame. They present a very weak frame or a very flimsy frame. Right? Because they've been brainwashed with all sorts of feminine propaganda that, no, got to stand behind my woman. Got to go to the march with her. Got to wear the pink hat. Got to do it. You know, that's what real men do. That's what I heard from Trevor Noah and late night talk show host and Jimmy Fallon. They told me to do this. Yeah, look at those guys' relationship lives, man. Wives are like just aching for a real man, right? Aching for a real man to come along. Kind of like when Clubber Lang was provoking Rocky in Rocky 3. Remember? They were like unveiling Rocky's statue, and then Clubber Lang just shows up uninvited. He's like, don't give this sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going to wait. You got your shot. Now give me mine. You know, and then he started like talking to Adrian, right? He was like, hey, mama. Hey, mama. And then she's like, and he was like, I bet you dream of having a real man every night, don't you? Like, I tell you what, you bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man. And then Rocky like flew off the handle. Yeah, somebody needs to show up at one of Jimmy Fallon's events or Trevor Noah and pull a Clubber Lang. I would love to see that. pull a clever line on their woman be like, he's kind of right. He's kind of right. The girl must buy into your frame, because if she doesn't, I mean, it's almost guaranteed the chick will eventually leave and will eventually cheat on you, if not both. Usually both, right? And worse off, a lot of these girls will do it behind your back while coming home and telling you how much she loves you. I love you. I just love you so much. I'm always going to love you, as she's plotting to leave you in her head. This is why so many guys are just like, you know, like dumb, like numbstruck when the girl finally leaves. Like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? I mean, the girl's been plotting for months. It's really sad too. A lot of girls, when they jump ship, they know months in advance that they're about to jump ship on you, right? Say you've been together a few years, and you know, usually take a girl like a good couple of months or a few months before she leaves. She knows, she's well aware she's plotting to leave you. And during that time, she starts to build up her support base. She starts reconnecting with family, with friends, a lot of those hoey girlfriends that she abandoned in the past, that when she started dating you, she got rid of those girls. Nope, now they're back in her life, so she's building her support base, getting ready for the day she leaves you. And then finally, when that day comes and she realizes, like, yep, I'm going to jump ship to this other guy, Chad. I'm going to leave Chuck in the dust. I'm going to jump to Chad. That's when she's like, just packs all her stuff, and you know what? Done. Right? Maybe leading up to your breakup, she was throwing tons of temper tantrums, hissy fits. Every little thing you did was annoying her, right? That you normally do anyway. You might have like pissed in the wrong direction. Why do you always pee in that direction? What's wrong with you? You know, it's like she's a fly off the handle, and you're like, whoa, you know, she's setting up her cards to just pull the trigger and finally just dump your ass, right? But this is what happens when the girl stops buying into your frame. You know, she might have bought into your frame in the beginning, which a lot of guys are able to do, but only real alpha males are able to hold that frame. They're able to hold it throughout their relationship. Why? Because that's just who they are. That's just who they are. It's not a technique, it's just who they are. It's not a problem. So their girl never has any inclination, never has any desire or motivation to go out there and cheat on him, or to go out there and find the next Chad, because she's like, I'm with a Chad. I'm with a badass Chad, right? I love him, and you know what? Even more than I love him, I respect his ass. I respect him more than I love him. That's the type of girl who's never going to cheat. Why? Because she buys into the guy's frame. She buys into the guy's reality. When he's speaking at dinner and they're in the table, circle of people and family, friends, or whoever, she's not wandering, like looking off or looking at her watch or her cell phone. No, she's looking right up at him, just smiling. Like, yep, that's my man. That's my man. Right? She's just looking right up at him and appreciating him and going, That is the behavior of a chick who buys into the reality of her man, right? But a chick who doesn't, nope, just kind of wandering off, her eyes are looking, she's embarrassed of what he's saying, she's like, oh my God, I'm not with him. She's just embarrassed of him, right? She's embarrassed of him because he has lost that frame that he initially had when he first met with her. Okay, this is why it's very imperative you guys hold that frame. You establish it, you establish the frame in your relationship, and you hold it. Because as long as you do that, chicks aren't going nowhere. They're never going to cheat. They're never going to leave. They're just going to stay with you until you finally get tired of them and you just want to move on, or you want to go the distance with them. That's your call, right? But either way, I don't want you to be in that position where the girl like stops buying into your reality and she's like, oh, let me see who else's reality is better. You know, like I said, these chicks are going to constantly try to replace you when you act like that. Okay? They're going to constantly try to replace you whenever you act like a chump. And you stop acting like a champ. So the key is, gotta act like a champ the entire time. And the way you're able to hold that up, be a champ without having to put much effort into it, is you just have to become that. That has to be you. That has to be who you are naturally, who you become. That way it won't be work. It won't be work to get in these relationships and be like, yep, this is my reality, this is my frame. You don't like it, there's the door. You don't like it, can take off anytime. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Very important you subscribe. helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, YouTube doesn't like to promote my coaching videos. I wonder